So welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. I'm still unfortunately packing away, so for me to sit down and play Master League, what with the updates coming out has made it quite difficult, but Cider has now officially been updated, so we'll get that going this week. But I wanted to put out this video, I wanted to put this out talking about PES 2021, and the reason for it is because we're getting a lot of stuff coming through right now about, you know, the new iteration of PES. And let's get one thing clear right now. We don't know if any of this is true. It's all speculation. It's all rumors. So I just wanted to do a video giving my personal opinions. What with playing PES for so long, knowing Konami the way they are, is any of this true? So I saw this article here about Real Sport talking about will there be a PES 2021? First of all, yes, of course there's going to be a PES 2021. I know we've had the COVID problem with the virus and everything going on right now, but it's not going to stop Konami from releasing another iteration of PES. It wouldn't make any logical sense to not put out a PES 2021 game. Now, the thing that has been concerning people is pretty much this tweet right here, which says, PES 2022 will be a new engine. Konami intends not to work with PES 2021 and will be working on PES 2022 from now on. PES 2020 will be updated to PES 2021. I see it as a good move. Complete nonsense, to be honest. Don't even take this as a factual bit of information. First of all, this is not done by the official PES account. It's PES World 2019, as you can see on the handle. And it just, as I say, it doesn't make any logical sense for Konami to say, you know what, we're not going to even bother with PES 2021. We're just going to keep everyone playing PES 2020 for a whole 12 months before possibly a new engine comes out. No, not going to happen. So I would discredit any of this right now. And it says here, while not confirmed, it could be seen as an exciting move. No, it's not. It's not exciting. Why would we want to not have a PES 2021? Personally, for me, I love football. I love playing the games. I don't care if you... Well, I do care, but I don't... You know, I'm not that bothered in the sense that if you put out a PES 2021, it's not the most revolutionary game. I get that. It's not going to be. It can't be, because they do need to focus on a new engine. You know, they talk about here about the Unreal Engine 5. Yes, it would look unreal on that. Maybe. We don't know. We haven't seen it in action. You know, different engines work for different games. If you don't have the engine working correctly for a football game, it's still not going to work. Look at the Fox engine. It took a lot of time and effort for them to get that thing right. Even to this day, we still see niggles and problems. But facts are these. Konami have to make a solid engine, not put out a half-assed game, otherwise they are going to get some backlash. But I just wanted to sort of go on this point. If you think this is true, then fine, you can think it's true. But personally, me, no way is that true, ever. There's no way. When have they never put out a PES game because they couldn't be bothered because they're working on a new engine? No, not going to happen. So that's that one out of the way. Oh, that's my thoughts. I mean, leave yours below, of course. They had some talk here about, you know, the release date, licenses, gameplay, cover stars, new features, Master League, and more. I mean, they don't really know anything, and that's the thing. We don't know. We had no E3 this year. Probably will have possibly Gamescom because it's not out till August. So when we get some actual information, then we'll probably see some gameplay of what's going to be happening. But I would still expect the game, if it's going to be pushed back this year, then push it back a couple of weeks. I don't see it coming out any later than October. I really can't. So personally, I would say October time is when the game could be dropping. Gameplay-wise, once again, we're going to have to wait and see exactly what is happening for Konami or what Konami are going to say. They haven't said anything, as I said, but no one said anything because of what's happened. We haven't had E3. No companies have been able to go in and say, look, we're doing this. Even Sony, I mean, they cancelled the PS5 presentation the other day because of what's going on. So yes, it is a bit of a mess. New licenses is probably going to happen. You would expect them to still be trying to get some new licenses throughout the year to put in the game. PES 2020, they had trailers for Manchester United, Bayern Munich, Juventus, St. Petersburg, Mallorca and Sao Paulo. It didn't stop at just clubs because they had Serie B, but I would fully expect Konami, they seem to be doing better with licenses over the last few years. I would expect some pretty big surprises, possibly. well, it's sort of a possibly one, but I would still expect a couple of big teams. They might lose some, though. They might lose some. Look at Manchester United having big arguments and big suing problems with Football Manager because Football Manager didn't use the license correctly. These are things that can all happen. So that's the first thing that I wanted to point across. I also wanted to go to YouTube and sort of type in PES 2021. It does annoy me when people decide to show PES 20 gameplay and just title it PES 2021. What's the point? You know, it's not even factual. Why are you bothering that in the first place? Now, I wanted to talk about this video too. This was done by What Culture, and obviously they're pretty big, got a lot of subscribers. But they had 6 early rumors that they talked about, and I kind of wanted to touch base on them, so I'm going to go to the first one right now and just give you guys my thoughts about what I think, okay? So it was 6 early rumors. The first one was further improvements to Master League, okay? This is a no-brainer and something you would fully expect. If they're not going in there and they're not updating Master League, you know, we had the whole 3-year plan. Okay, we've all heard it before, I know. But there are still a lot of things that need to be done. You know, the cutscenes got boring and they got stale. You know, these little moments, actually if we pause that and go back, you know, the little moments here of selecting your different options, as much as they're nice, they're cosmetic. They don't add any value to Master League. Let's make that little bit further, right? Let's say if you do pick an option, it actually does something, whether the team spirit goes up and down or certain players get unhappy. Maybe they ask you a question about one of your players who didn't play well and you slag that player off. Well, guess what? The form arrows could make more logical sense if his form was now down for the next game. But if you G'd him up, his form increased. Obviously, there needs to be a balance of good and bad, but stuff like that, not just cosmetic stuff, that it looks good and all, but it does nothing to add any kind of value. You know, negotiating transfers, another point that Konami have to really ramp up, because I don't like the transfers still. I don't like the scouting. I think it's still poor. And in this day and age, with transfers such an imperative part of football, it should be much, much better than what we're getting right now. So you would fully expect, Master League to come out with a whole bunch of improvements. You know, there's probably going to be more managers. Actually, that is one point that you would love them to be able to do, and that would be right here, being able to create your own manager with the new 3D type models. You know, maybe importing your own face. Stuff like this would enhance the game mode. Not massive dramatic effects, but it still would enhance Master League. So yeah, we'll see. The 3-year plan is still on the cards, but I would fully expect, I mean, the pre-season, I personally am not a big fan of pre-season unless there's an actual point to it. What is the point of every team? Doesn't matter if you're Aston Villa or Arsenal or Liverpool or Real Madrid, it doesn't matter who you are, you always play in the ICC Cup. What's the point? Make it an actual point that if you're not good enough, like Aston Villa, they're not going to qualify for it, so they shouldn't be in it. Yeah, let's go a little bit more on the realistic approach there. So if you're going to have pre-season, make it worthwhile. Obviously, the derby matches, they can increase those even further. I mean, they're okay in PES 20. There's a little bit of a build-up to them, but it's nothing too exciting. And honestly, when the AI play against you, they're so over the top. You know, they get carried away. They foul you constantly. And I don't mind a physical game. It's a derby match, okay. But I still think they need to have a balance between the two, like derby matches and just a normal match. They're going to be more up for it in a derby match, but they're not going to go mad about it, if you know what I mean. They're not going to start fouling you and hacking you down every 5 seconds. So anyway, the first point is Master League, and I would fully expect Master League to be improved a little bit more. If it's not, it's going to be a massive problem, because a lot of people are going to get annoyed, a lot of people are going to be disappointed. So yeah, that's what we want to see there. The second rumor of new licensing deals, I think this is a no-brainer. I think it's going to happen anyway. You would expect some new licenses, as I said before. Question is, are we going to lose some in the long run as well? Possibly. We've seen it in the Premier League where Konami get one license for a team 1 year and then they lose it the next. Liverpool lost that one, gained Manchester United. So it might be a bit of give and take. But yeah, fully expect the licenses to be there and more of them. because Konami are doing a better job with the licenses. I mean, I've never been a huge, we must have this license, we must have that, but I know and I understand how it goes. There's a lot of people that will not play a game unless they have the licenses. Next rumor, number 3, we have a new game engine. Now, this rumor is purely false. I mean, there's not going to be a new game engine this year. Absolutely not. Because it wouldn't make any sense. The PlayStation 5 isn't out yet. The new Xbox isn't out. Why are they going to come out with a new engine? No, not going to happen. So we'll let the PS5 and all that come out at the end of the year. Give Konami some time to do what they need to do. And then come out with a new engine with the Unreal 5 and all that. So we'll see, but trust me, it's not going to happen. If you think there's a new engine, you let me know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I cannot see it happening in the slightest. Another point they had was cross-platform support. It's quite an interesting one to discuss. You know, I've seen it in Warzone and Call of Duty, and it works. It does work quite well. But are Konami going to add cross-platform support? No. Once again, I cannot see this possibly being true in the slightest. They've never spoke about it. They never talked about it. And is it a game that really warrants cross-support? I don't think so right now. I really don't think. I think there's other things they need to focus on more than worrying about that. So for me personally, yeah, that's a no-no. So the next point or the next rumor was better gameplay. I mean, it's another no-brainer. You would fully expect them to be improving the gameplay. And I keep saying it, but, you know, why don't they just use some of the mods or some of the gameplay tweaks that we've seen and then build it from there? Because eliminating the script is the biggest issue they'll have. All right, it's as simple as that. Unless they can eliminate the scripting, we're always going to be annoyed. We just are. And there's no need for it, because when you play with the modded files on PC and you play a match where the scripting is less visible and it doesn't seem to be there, it is so much more enjoyable to see the ball moving around. It's free flowing, it's coming off different players. It's not a scripted game mode where it's just the same goals going in. You know when it's a goal, you've seen it. It happens right in front of your eyes. Don't want it. So better gameplay, of course, that is a must-have, but time will tell when the actual footage comes out and we get to play the demo. And the final rumor they had was Microsoft acquiring Konami's IPs. This one is a whopper. I mean, that's a pretty big deal to make and talk about. Can't see it happening at all, to be honest, because, I mean, Microsoft are obviously Xbox. Can you imagine them taking it and then saying, oh, we're just going to put PES on Xbox and nothing else? It'd be a complete disaster for the most part, or in fact, every part. It's not going to work. So it's an interesting rumor, but there's no way that Microsoft are going to acquire Konami's IPs. Konami, no, they make money out of PES. It's one of the biggest cash cows for them, purely because of My Club and the amount of people that spend the money online. Whether you like My Club or not, you can't deny the fact that they have made a bucket load of money from, you know, PES and My Club online. So yeah, the last rumor, Microsoft acquiring the IPs, nah, that for me is pure false. So another video I wanted to talk about or discuss was sort of this. I'm sure you guys have seen him on Twitter, but Durandil67 does some amazing work about showcasing what he can do with PES. You know, this is sort of a VR thing that he's shown. There's a look at his Twitter, and if you actually go over to his Twitter, which we will do right now, I mean, he has a whole bunch of stuff. He really does. So, I mean, you can see the players are like warming up. I mean, this is all little touches that he's made himself. It's really nicely done, and it's something that, you know, additions. You know, this is all Master League editions. Pointless for other modes, but it's Master League editions. So I just kind of wanted to show his work, because I think you guys obviously know him anyway. If you don't know him, head over to his channel and check it out. But he does a lot of different stuff of just creating these little additions that Konami, go and hit him up. Honestly, hit the guy up and say, look, we love your work. We'd like you to do this for us, do that for us, create something new and unique. Add little additions to the game that we don't have. It's quite stunning what he has done. So I just sort of wanted to throw that in there. These are definitely suggestions that could be added. You know, another video right here of the audience getting involved, which you don't see too often in PES. So check him out. I'll leave the link for his Twitter and channel in the description. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below. What do you make of these rumors? Because I think, you know, especially that the one before here about saying that they're not even going to bother with PES 2021. There might be a minimal update for it, but I can't see it being any less than what we've seen from sort of 19 to 20, 18 to 19. You know, why would you do that? We're still going to pay the money for it. If it's a cheaper game and they come out with a game that's $30, okay, but still people are going to be annoyed. I think it's a hard one to get right because people want a full game. They do. They want a brand new game after 12 months of playing it. You get bored. So they've got to have enough refinements and enough enhancements in PES 2021 to make it worthwhile. But for people to come out and say this, that they're not even working on it, I think is madness, personally. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but I could be. But let me know your thoughts below. We'll return with Master League. I just wanted to put that out there because I see these rumors and I think people get carried away. They get too excited about them and they go mad about it. And it's, you know, you already see the videos that are coming up on PES 2021. I'll do impressions videos or I'll do sort of what I want to see. I'm never going to put gameplay stating it's PES 2021 when it isn't. That's just false advertising completely. But let me know your thoughts below. Keep yabbering on, but that's all for today. Until next time, gals and girls, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.